It says mass deportations now.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Marcos. If you're watching this video for the first time, please remember to subscribe, remember to comment, remember to share. Now, I think by now we all know Trump won the elections in the US, and one of the biggest promises he made is the deportation of illegal immigrants in the US. Now, let's watch this video and I'll be back with more views.
They're destroying the blood of our country. That's what they're doing. They're destroying our country.
Donald Trump made the announcement on his Truth Social network that Tom Homan, as his border czar, would be in charge of one of his signature campaign pledges.
And it'll be the largest deportation in the history of our country. And we have no choice.
In practice, Trump's plan will be obstacle-ridden. It's estimated that there are some 11 million people living illegally in the United States, 7 million of whom are known to the government. Nearly 80% of them have lived in the country for a decade or more. Immigrants who are in the country illegally have the right to due process before their removal, and a drastic increase in deportations would likely clog up the courts, which are already beset by backlogs. Trump also plans to use a 1798 wartime statute known as the Alien Enemies Act to rapidly deport alleged gang members, a law that was used during World War I and II to intern people of Japanese, German and Italian descent, and whose use would almost certainly be challenged in court. Trump's plan would furthermore require a huge law enforcement force, massive detention facilities, airplanes to move people, and nations to accept them. The president-elect told NBC News there is no price tag to implement the plan. In practice, the cost is likely to run into the tens or even hundreds of billions of dollars. The implications of such a policy could also fundamentally reshape the country's economic landscape. Unauthorized immigrants represent about 4.8% of the workforce. If the plan targets them, sectors like construction, housing and agriculture will be hit hard.
Trump has won again. We had a reprieve for 4 years, and now he's back. What does that mean? Who knows? It's going to be a huge difference in immigration. It's going to be a huge difference in immigration courts, in family.
What it means for our country. Good to be here and be back.
When it comes to immigration, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are worlds apart. Trump has echoed the words of Adolf Hitler, claiming that immigrants are poisoning the blood of the United States.
And it's true. They're destroying the blood of our country. That's what they're doing. They're destroying our country.
While Harris has shown empathy for asylum seekers.
Most people don't want to leave home. And when they do, it is usually because either they are fleeing some type of harm or they cannot take care of the simple and basic needs of their family by staying where they are.
It's estimated there are some 11 million people living illegally in the U.S., 7 million of whom are known to the government. During his first term as president, Trump enacted travel bans on Muslim-majority countries, implemented a policy of separating children from their families at the southern border, and made some advances reinforcing a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. But if he's elected to a second term, Trump and his allies are promising to go much further, vowing to facilitate mass deportations, using the U.S. military to round up millions of immigrants and send them back to their countries of origin.
And they do come from prisons and mental institutions, and they are terrorists. And we're going to be paying a price, and it'll be the largest deportation in the history of our country.
For her part, Kamala Harris has tried to focus on what she calls root causes of the immigration crisis. As vice president, she traveled to countries such as Guatemala, where she came under some criticism from progressives in her party when she warned would-be migrants that they would be turned back at the border.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come.
Although it was an issue in her portfolio, Republicans have falsely claimed that Harris served as President Biden's border czar. But they have correctly pointed to a record number of illegal crossings of the U.S.-Mexico border in the last 3 years. However, those numbers have plunged dramatically since June, when President Biden issued an executive order to effectively shut the border to migrants seeking asylum when crossings exceed 2,500 per day.
It says mass deportations now. Mass deportations now. That is the kind of policy that is alarming, even cruel, even un-American to folks on the left. And that is the intended effect. Someone I spoke to just a moment ago said it's going to make heads explode. And you may wonder, is that where the Republican Party is today? I did a little digging. I can tell you from my reporting during the primary season talking to voters, the answer is absolutely yes. And the answer from pollsters is absolutely yes. 3 out of 4 Republicans want immigration to decline in America, and they believe that immigration brings in drugs, brings in crime, and makes the economy worse, even, quote, reduces social and moral values. On top of that, a full 80% of Republicans, according to CBS News' own polling, agree with Donald Trump when he says that illegal immigration is poisoning the blood of the country.
After Donald Trump's victory, thousands of Americans are planning to pack their bags and move abroad. Google search data shows U.S. citizens are actively researching how to move to Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. Among these people could be Hollywood celebrities like Sharon Stone, Cher, and Jimmy Kimmel, all of whom declared they would leave the country rather than live under a second Trump presidency. Our next report brings you more.
President-elect Donald Trump's victory wasn't a happy ending for everyone after all. While some saw his re-election as a personal win, others expressed fear about America's future and declared the Republicans' triumph a war on women. With Donald Trump set to begin his second presidency next January, scores of Americans are now planning to pack their bags and move to a different country. Recent Google search data shows just that. Americans are worried about Trump's apparent threat to democracy and are now showing interest in moving to Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. As the polls closed in the US East Coast on Election Day, Google searches for move to New Zealand jumped nearly 2,000%. That too, only within 24 hours. Meanwhile, a similar search for Canada surged over 1,200%, and the one for Australia climbed over 800%. A Google official says that after the president-elect's win, searches about migrating to these 3 countries hit an all-time high. America's very same sentiment was also reflected upon New Zealand's immigration website. The site recorded around 25,000 new US-based users the day Donald Trump delivered his victory speech. The same day last year, only 1,500 Americans visited the website. Among the people planning to move abroad is a host of Hollywood celebrities who, before the election, went as far as to declare that they would rather leave than live under Trump's rule. One of them is singer and actor Cher, who said she almost got an ulcer the last time Trump won. Another is actor Sharon Stone, who was considering a house in Italy. Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner also said that if Trump returns to power, she will get out and move to her home country, the United Kingdom. Actor America Ferrera, too, is planning to start a new life with her husband in the United Kingdom. After the results, a teary-eyed TV host, Jimmy Kimmel, also talked about packing up and exiting the United States, adding a comedic tone to an otherwise serious sentiment. Of course, it's too early to predict how many Americans will actually move abroad and how many will decide to brave a second Trump presidency. But what we do know is that Donald Trump is back, and this time with a more powerful mandate.
The United States. The caravan, which began earlier this week with around 3,000 migrants, has now dwindled to just half after Donald Trump won re-election.
We wanted to get to the United States. Now that Trump won, we do not know what to do. May it be God's will, since we are taking this course, that we have to arrive, even if it is to knock on the door, to see if they open it for us. I don't know what to do anymore, because we left a very terrible regime. Returning to Venezuela is like being shot in the head.
Donald Trump doesn't like Latinos. Donald Trump said he was going to remove all Latinos from the United States, a massive deportation. So now it's going to be harder to get in. There are going to be new laws, new regulations, new rules, and now it's going to be harder for us Latinos to get there.
In his winning speech, the president-elect reiterated his commitment to seal the borders, insisting that only legal immigration would be allowed. The president-elect's plan could further impose limitations on Biden-era programs like humanitarian parole and temporary protected status that temporarily allow some migrants to remain in the United States.
We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country, and we made history for a reason.
For migrants who use social media platforms like Telegram to track the U.S. immigration policies, the election outcome has dampened their hopes severely. Several expressed frustration, with some saying that had there been a woman president like Claudia Sheinbaum, their lives would take a different trajectory.
I wanted them to elect a woman in the United States elections just as we did here. That way they would have seen eye to eye, because Mr. Trump is arbitrary, misogynist, racist.
Now, throughout the campaign, Donald Trump vowed to complete his border wall and deport millions of illegal immigrants. He's even promised to hire an additional 10,000 Border Patrol agents and impose tougher restrictions on asylum.
So in order to meet the goal of hiring 10,000 new agents, we need the agents. We need them badly. And keeping our incredible veteran agents on the force. Don't leave us.
A post-election YouGov survey shows that Donald Trump has the support of 53% of Americans on immigration matters, compared to just 45% for Vice President Kamala Harris. As of now, the reality for migrants remains uncertain as they weigh their next steps, with many deciding to give up on their chances of crossing into the United States.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Vantage, live from the White House. America is Trump country again. He will be the 47th President of the United States of America. They're live from the White House, soon to be the new residence of Donald Trump. It was also here that Donald Trump brokered the Abraham Accords. So the voters have a legitimate question in their minds. If those presidents could do it, why not Joe Biden? The Arab voters want to punish the Democrats for supporting Israel. Joe Biden's shadow looms large over this election, and Kamala Harris may end up paying the price for it. This Trump hat, it says, President Trump save America. But this hat is made in China. And this is the Chinese interference that Americans must be investigating. But of late, Donald Trump and the Republicans have made some gains. And the biggest reason for that is illegal immigration. This is more than just a march, they say. This is a demand for accountability. The excitement, the tension is palpable. You can see the security presence. You can see the number of police cars, government buildings like these again fenced up. We're at Harvard University, the alma mater of Kamala Harris. As the night progressed, numbers came in thick and fast, and Donald Trump was soon declared the winner. It's been...
Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you have watched that video till the end. Now, we all know when our leaders are vying for office, they usually promise us some of the things they're gonna do for us. Now, the people from the US, they went on a strike claiming that the black people are taking their jobs. They claim that they have nowhere to work because the black people have taken all their jobs. So when Trump was vying for presidency, he promised them that if he wins, he will deport them back to their country. So Trump won office. He's now the president. And one of the things that he decided to start with is this problem of deportation. He's trying to deliver the promise he made to his people. So Trump said that he's gonna be doing large deportation of the illegal immigrants in the US. Now, at some point I agree with him, because for you to be in someone's country, you need all the legal documents. You need the passports and whatever. So for you to be in someone's country, you need to be there legally. So there are more of our black people in the US, and sadly, they are there illegally. So Trump promised to deport all of them because He wants his people to be happy. He wants his people to have jobs. They're claiming that these people are taking their jobs. So he promised he's going to deport all of them back to their country. Now, these people are our black people. These are people who have gone there to try to find green pastures. These are the people who have gone there to try to find new life. So Trump claims that these are criminals who maybe have run away from jail, who are going to disturb people in the US. But at some point that's wrong, because I don't think you cannot leave your country, go to a foreign country to go disturb people. Commonly, people go to other countries to find good jobs, better life. So Trump claiming that these are criminals, I think it's not okay. Now, our brothers are trying to find good life. We all know in the US, the job opportunities are too many. More jobs are in the US and they pay well. So when somebody gets an opportunity of going the US, they use it because they know the job opportunities are there. There are more job opportunities in the US. That's why our brothers, our sisters are running to go find these jobs, to go find this new life. So I think before Trump can deport these people, I think he should try and see what these people are doing in his country. Is it true that these people are taking all the jobs in the US? Because that may not be the problem or the reason why his people wants the black people back to their countries. So this also brings a question: what are our leaders doing about all this? Because if our people are running away from our country going to the US, it means our leaders have failed us. Our leaders are not providing us with jobs. Our leaders are not giving us what we want. That's why we have to run, go find something else in a foreign country. Even they can't even help us with legal information, the passports, to go to a foreign country in a correct way so that we can find peace there, we can work freely there, we can socialize there. So our leaders have completely failed us in this. I call upon our leaders, they should try create jobs for us in our countries so that at least we may find good life here in our countries. Imagine deportation of all those people and they just went there to try find new life. They're not doing anything bad there, they're not stealing, they're not, I don't know, these people are claiming that they are terrorists, I don't know, criminals. No, they are not that. They're just people who have gone there to try find opportunities, to try find new life, try find green pastures. So deporting them back, it will be really bad, because you have gone to a foreign country legally. Maybe you have found a job. Now imagine now leaving that job, going back to your home country, and there is no job there, there are no opportunities there, there's nothing. So I think this is a very big problem for our people, for our black people in the US. Now they have to come back to their countries that they have nothing. They have nothing. So our leaders should try create jobs for us. They should try deliver what they promise. I think Trump is trying to deliver the promise he made to his people, because he promised deportation of the illegal immigrants, and he has started that. That is his first objective, is doing that. So he's trying to deliver the promises he made. I think our leaders should be doing the same, because we cannot blame him, because to be in someone's country, to be in a foreign country, clearly you need all the legal information to be there. So at some point he's right, but he should also consider what these people are doing there. If there is no violence, I think he should consider giving them chance at least, because these people have found new hope, new home, new jobs. They are now happy working there. And for our leaders, kindly try create job opportunities for us. We don't need to run away at least even create the legal information that we need, at least to visit other countries faster. You find that maybe you want to visit a foreign country, so you try apply for maybe a visa. It takes too long. You are forced to use other means to go. Now, that's not a good idea. So, kindly, our leaders, you need to do something. In the comment section, let me see what you think about this. I think we should solve this issue, because this issue of deportation, especially people going to the US, mostly US, because they know US, the job opportunities are too many in the US. That's why everyone is going in the US. Even their salaries, they're good, they're paying well. So that's why our black people, they have to run and go there, because our leaders cannot deliver what they promise. They cannot give us jobs. On the same note, the people from the US, at least they should respect us, because they also use our resources. They come to Africa, they take our resources, they take to their country, they use our resources. So they should also respect our blacks working there. I think jobs are many there. There's no way you can say our blacks are taking all the jobs. The jobs are too many in the US. So thank you for watching, guys. Let's interact in the comment section. See you next time. Bye.